Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Inside the Headset Wednesday night edition, sponsored by John Jones, John Jones Real Estate. Going to stay over in East Tennessee. Going to roll up to Knox County. Going to talk to my good friend, the head coach of the Knox Catholic Fighting Irish, head coach Philip Shadowens. How you doing, Coach Shad?
Doing great, Stuart. Appreciate it.
Well, last Friday night you got in a battle against Lakeway Christian, came away a winner. Talk to us a little bit about that, 50-13.
Yeah, we played a solid game throughout. Got stopped on the 1 yard line there at the end of the half, kind of trying to prove a point and try to teach our kids a little lesson. But we were up for the most part. We were up the entire game and got a lot of kids opportunity to play. Started a sophomore at quarterback because our senior still is not fully back yet from the foot surgery that he had in the off season, and he was 13 for 16, 320 yards roughly, and 4 touchdowns. And so had a big night and did a lot of good things. A lot of improvement to be had between week 1 and week 2, like every coach says, and certainly have had another great week of practice in preparation for our next one. So, but I was pleased last Friday night. Thought our kids played exceptionally hard. Struggled to line up against a team who lines up in 40 or 50 different formations. Just did line up everywhere, tackles everywhere. I mean, just crazy shifts and all kinds of things they do. But we got misaligned some, but we kind of settled down as the game went on and did a much better job.
What was some things that popped out that you saw, Coach Shad, we can fix that real quick next week. What are, was it missed assignments or just, did you have any penalties? Did you have any false starts, anything like that?
We didn't have many penalties. We jumped a couple of times. They shift their entire line from one side to the other, but it's an illegal shift. We just didn't call it that way. But all in all, we did a good job with our penalties. But we had a lot of missed assignments, a lot of misaligns on defense, and we got to clean up some things in route running when it comes to our routes. And even though we threw the ball for right at 400 yards between both the quarterbacks, but at the same time, we got to clean some things up there. And it's a great week. When you win by that kind of score, it's a great week to come in and coach them really, really hard. And we've done that this week. And because I truly do think a lot of times your biggest improvement comes between week 1 and 2. And certainly that's what we've tried to do this week in practice. And it's been a miserably hot week, as everybody knows. But our kids have worked extremely hard. We're trying to hydrate them as much as we can to make sure you don't have that residual effect on Friday night. And I think we've done that. And now we're ready to get ready to play some football.
Talk about some other kids, such as the quarterback who came out, game time situation. You can't create that at Knox Catholic High School through the week. But talk about some of those other kids that jumped out on film that you said, first game out there, he did a pretty good job. He's got to improve. He's got runway, but if he continues, he's gonna be okay.
The quarterback is Mac Bartholomew, his name, is sophomore. Is really going to be a special player for us. Obviously, Tyreek King, 4-star, had 6 catches, 196 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I mean, he put on a show, and he played 2.5 quarters. So that was a special night. That was a special night for him. Our offensive line really did a great job in pass protection, and I thought that was a really key for us. We played quite a few freshmen. Xavier Bowman at a corner had a lights out kind of night. He was really, really good at that position. Tailback played a ton as a freshman. Matthew Rogers, he broke his first run. He broke about a 65-yard run. Was really pleased with that. A lot of young kids with their first experience, and even some upperclassmen with their first experience start. And I really was pleased with not too many busted assignments, played exceptionally hard, like, as a given, you're going to play hard. But all in all, I was pleased with a ton of kids, and it's hard just to mention a few. But Kason Jenkins, the other receiver on the opposite side of Tyreek, he had 8 catches for like 130 yards, and he put on quite a show and made a lot of big-time catches for us. So, we're pretty gifted in some positions. We're trying to create depth in practice because we do have a ton of young kids that some of them are playing, but the rest of them are our depth people. And so, it was great to get that many kids in. We got a ton of kids in the ball game on Friday night. They got some legitimate reps, so we were happy about that.
Special teams, you felt like you did okay? You was pleased, or got a little work to do?
Well, we didn't have to punt. We didn't have to punt it once all night, but we kicked every extra point. Our kickoff team was average. It's got to make some improvements. We lost contain. gave up one return, I think, to their own 40 or 38, something like that. That was the deepest return we had. We kicked 3 in the end zone. I think we got to kick us, good enough to kick them all in the end zone. That's kind of what we want, obviously.
Yep.
But we got to clean that up. We got to clean up every phase of the game. Obviously, we certainly aren't near to where our potential is, and we're going to continue to work to clean it up.
So you feel how you feel about Friday night? You catch the Blue Devils from Brevard, and what do you know about these guys?
Really talented team. We went up there last year, and they're a big, tough, physical team. They played their rival last Friday, beat them 35-0, and they got a couple of really talented defensive ends in their 4-3 scheme that are really, really good players. A lot of experience come back from last year. I think they won we beat them last year. I think they won 9 in a row, and they eventually lost to the eventual state champions in North Carolina, either in the quarters or the semis. I'm not for sure which. So they hadn't lost but one ball game since the last time we played them, and so they're going to be a talented team, and we're excited about that.
Yeah, man, you need that. Yeah, you need that this time of the year.
Yeah, and everybody in our league is good, right? And so we got Brevard this week, and we got Winter Haven, Florida next week, and then you start with 7 straight, teams that are in our league, and so we want to play a great competition. That's why people come to Catholic, and so Friday night will be a great challenge for us, and we certainly think we'll play well. If you play like you practice, we've had a really, really good week of practice, and so I expect our kids to really play well, and we'll find out if that's good enough on Friday night.
Everything else going okay? As far as just the regular logistics of Friday night, you felt like everything went okay the way you want it from operations from start to finish?
Well, I won't say everything went perfect, but it's our staff's job to make sure those things happen. But all the technology aspects of the sideline worked, and a lot of things worked. Everything worked pretty well. But certainly some things for us to clean up as a staff and training staff as well. And we talked about those things this weekend in our meetings. And it's first time in for a lot of these guys, and so it's a learning phase for coaches just like it is for our kids. But all in all, the process is really good. I thought it was it was efficient on the sideline. We didn't get delayed games. We had 11 people out there when there's supposed to be 11 out there, so we didn't have to call timeouts for those things. So from all in all, it's a pretty good night.
Yeah, you don't want to burn a timeout just because you are not organized or not ready to play that particular play. Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck against Brevard. You're at home, as you talked about, so
yes.
It'll be a lot of fun out there at Knox Catholic High School Friday night.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I appreciate it, Stuart. Thank you for everything you did, brother.
All righty. See you. Bye.